Okay, hello podcast universe. Welcome to another episode of One Glove. I'm Mona.
I'm Zaff.
Usually behind the keys we've got Ninja Stitch, but she's not here today because
She's watching.
Mormons kidnapped her or something. Is that correct?
Not quite. She's watching the Book of Mormon. The
Mormons kidnapped.
Mormons kidnapped her.
So Joseph Smith.
We're running just duos today.
Yeah.
No trio, but hopefully.
Duos. What did you just say? Duos.
No.
What did you say?
Duos.
Did you say duos?
I said duos.
Oh, my bad.
Not trios. Okay.
My apologies. Sorry.
Anyways, what's
apologize. Support you.
Yeah. Okay.
It's okay.
Anyways,
Cool.
what's new with you, man? What's going on?
Yeah, had this epic as feed. We just come back from dinner at this. What's that place called?
I'm pretty sure it's called Randwanas.
Randwanas Indian cuisine in Homeview. Oh my god,
It was on point. Really decent curry. I got, as I always do, a beef vindaloo.
Dirty old beef.
I asked for it extra hot. It was not. I was disappointed.
Well, your extra hot is it's beyond.
Yeah, I should have asked for
normal.
Indian hot. That's the thing you need to ask for is Indian hot.
Is that a legit thing?
Yeah, some restaurants, they actually have it on the menu. It's like hot, extra hot, and then extra hot, and then they'll have like in small writing like Indian hot.
Wow.
And sometimes they do it, sometimes they don't. There's like another Indian place that we go through like in the Hope Island area, and I ask for Indian hot, and it's always just kind of, I'd say it's like extra hot, but not Indian hot.
Do you ever get like you're not really satisfied because you didn't get what you wanted?
No, see, like I like spice, but flavors are obviously really important. So
Yeah.
I don't mind if it's not like super spicy as long as it's got a good flavor.
Yeah.
But the spice for me is like kind of like a thrill thing. Like the pain factor is
You're a sadist.
yeah.
I got hot, kind of. What did I get?
No, you got medium hot.
Medium hot.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be paying for it tomorrow, podcast universe.
And I got extra hot, and I could barely taste the spice. But for him,
I'm going to get the ring sting.
yeah, he's gonna feel the ring sting off just that one little bite.
It's going to be, I feel sorry for Audrey tomorrow when she gets up to that toilet because.
Oh man. I do some mad crop dusting sometimes with Rhiannon, just for fun, you know.
Yeah.
Because
Just
it lingers, you know. So
for shits and giggles.
For shits and giggles.
Okay.
But you know, how's work been for you this week?
We're going in deep waters now, aren't
We're going straight in.
Yeah, it was
It was work.
It was work.
Yeah.
It was work. I'm not really used to being in an office environment and punching in a whole lot of
Just crap.
yeah. It's like stuff's all over the show. It's getting there, but you know, like I'm pretty sure if anyone else out there has been in that kind of situation, like first time in an office kind of situation, it's very daunting, and you got a zillion things to do. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty hectic at the moment.
I was like when we were techs, I wouldn't really count that as in an office type of thing, right? It's a little bit different. You're like interacting with patients, and you're kind of on your own as well. For like the company that we worked in, it was very much like you're just by yourself in a clinic and you're in charge of like 4 patients. But when you're in an office, there's this whole nother level of like just you have to read the room really carefully.
Yeah,
there's always a weird tension. There's always someone who doesn't like someone for some stupid ass reason.
Man, office politics are rife. They're everywhere. You're never going to get away from it. Actually, politics are in every kind of facet of things. I think it's just as humans.
Yeah, it's just one of our things. Yeah.
Like we love drama. And
of course, man. You know how I know we love drama?
How do you
we have a show called Married at First Sight in Australia.
Oh, dude.
And to me, it bores the shit out of my fucking mind, man. I cannot stand that show.
I watch it because Audrey watches it.
I watched like half of a season, like 2-3 years ago, or 2-3 seasons ago, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And I knew straight away. I was like, man, all of this stuff is so set up. Like,
It's got to be right for ratings.
I reckon a good amount of them are like
they're
paid actors or something like that.
Be.
It's got to be. Like, Stitch was telling me about this season. They have a chick who's older. She's like, you know, in her middle 30s or whatever, or maybe maybe 40s.
He's up on that.
Whatever.
Come on, man.
She's the older one in the couple, right? And she is of the opinion that, you know, open relationships are the better way to go and all that kind of stuff. And they've coupled her.
You mean sexually?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
As in, like, you know, you don't have to be exclusive even if you're in a committed relationship type of thing.
She's worked in a nightclub.
Maybe she has. But the person that they have coupled her up with, right? I'm talking about, they're experts on this show, apparently experts, psychologists, relationship experts. They've coupled her up with a supposed virgin who's never had sex and who's into committed relationships. Now, just coming from my background, all that tells me is they want drama. They don't necessarily want the relationships to succeed.
Of course they want drama. That's the whole point.
But it's not there to help the people on the show. It's just for the show. There's like, apparently there's only one successful couple out of like 6 or 7 seasons, and they're meant to be relationship experts. Like,
that's pretty bad.
The Bachelor has had a better running than Married at First Sight.
I am guilty of watching MKR. I like
Kitchen's
MK.
Rules? Yeah,
okay.
but that's food. It's a little bit different.
But no, because they get people on there that create drama as well. So at the moment they've got these two guys. They're like homeschooled brothers or something, and they're just being like shit stirrers pretty much. They're like, at the moment they're kind of, or from when I last saw it, they're pairing off teams from or groups from different teams. So you got, I guess you got A team and B team. So A team went cooked off first in their kitchens, blah 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 blah. Yeah. And now they did the same with B team. Now they're putting teams together.
Oh yeah.
And there's this couple, and they're brothers. And they're supposed to be part American. Like, I'm pretty sure at the start of the show they had full on Australian accents.
Oh, so that you reckon they're putting it on?
Gradually, their American accents got like
thicker
but it's a terrible fucking American accent. It's real cringy. And these guys, I think their job is just to antagonize other people. Like, that's their job.
Well, you know what I mean? Like, when it comes to like movie and TV series productions, you always write in an antagonist. You know what I mean? Like, you always write, because drama is what people are drawn to.
Exactly.
Like,
people are drawn to drama.
And that's the thing. Like, I have a friend, and I'm not going to say her name or anything, but we're talking about her on the way back from dinner, and she's just drawn to drama. Like, you know, every partner that she seems to get with is like, just, they come with baggage, but not just normal baggage. It's like next level baggage where it's associated with where she studies or where she works, or, you know, knows, it's like an ex of someone that, you know, that she's friends with, or always something tricky. Like, she moved interstate to like Coffs Harbour, right? And when she first got there, she was like, I'm just going to do me. Can I just, you know, because she just recently broke up with her partner and everything. And within like 3 weeks, she was like at this ice skating rink, and this dude's like, oh my God, you're amazing. We should hang out. But he got real full on real quick. Like, she just seems to pick the guys who will cause the most drama. And
it's like
I will admit, here's the thing. I will admit, I do love listening to the drama that she tells me. It's like every time we catch up, it's, so what new drama is going on in your life? Fill me in. I want to be entertained, type of thing.
Admittingly, I do kind of like that too.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's like that old saying, if you go to the races, you want to see a car crash.
Yeah.
You know, if you go to the fights, you want to see a knockout. You know, like it's just a part of who we are. And I think everyone out there in your group of friends podcast universe,
in the podcast universe,
you know that you've got that one friend that always starts shit. Always.
And loves
oh my
drama.
God, everything is so, oh my God.
Or they'll just like, they'll start the rumor mill. And it's just
Oh
to
no,
fuck
I don't
with people.
like those ones.
No, the ones who just talk shit about people.
I don't like those ones.
I don't like them, but there's always like in a greater friend group, there's always someone who just wants to start shit.
Oh yeah, no, those ones, the shit stirrers, the ones that
like the bullshit artists,
bro, they fuck me off.
Yeah. I actually want to talk to you about one thing because we when we've been putting out our podcasts and stuff, we've been getting some comments on some of our posts, and one of your friends or family, I can't remember who it was, they mentioned this thing like ghost hunting back home.
Oh, fuck.
I just want to know what was happening. Like, what I want to know. There's a few things I need to know. Like, number one, how were you ghost hunting? And number two, what would happen if you came across a ghost? Like, let's just start off.
Oh my God.
What was the story with the ghost hunting and how did it start and all that?
This is gonna be fucking messy, mate. We were stupid. This is stupid. You want to hear this?
I want to hear it, man. I want to know what's happening.
Do you want to hear this?
I need to know,
fucking
stupid. What my co-host is getting into because I need to maybe reassess a few things here.
I know exactly who posted. This is from Sam Poharama. Yeah, I know it was you.
Oh, he's calling out a name.
Fucking Sam is actually Sam himself. I'll just take a couple minutes. He is a shit stirrer.
Oh, he's one of those.
But
guys.
he is one of those lovable shit stirrers.
Oh, okay.
You know, he's a lovable rogue.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
He's cheeky, but you're like, it's Sam.
It's fine.
It's all right.
He gets a pass.
He smiles, and you're like, I can't get angry.
It's all good. Yeah.
Whatever. But okay, so. All right, this is like many, many moons ago, and when I was still like hardcore into the nightclub scene, I was working in the nightclubs.
In like the 1950s and stuff, yeah.
Oh, come on, mate. Come on.
What?
Sorry,
on,
mate.
1980s.
Come on, man. I can't believe it, man. I can't believe it. You say
so
that.
when is this nightclub scene? Just to set a time period.
Mid 2000s.
Mid 2000s, so not like a century ago or whatever. Yeah, okay.
Okay, maybe the start of the 2000s.
Okay, so it's, coming up to 20 years ago almost.
Fuck off.
All right. So, right.
Well, anyway, in my town, a majority of the nightclubs, right, are the original buildings of the town. So these fuckers have been around for like 100 years or so.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Now, a lot of these buildings actually have weird stories about them. Okay, like actual legit weird fucking stories.
Okay. But you should. No, just continue.
I was into like watching paranormal like programs and shit.
Like Ghost Hunter.
Like the fucking real cool ones. Like there's this one called A Haunting. And that scared the living shit out of me.
You wanted to like see things where like people are actually getting scared by like ghost activity and all.
Yeah, like there was some fucking heavy shit on there. So I decided to take it upon myself.
Yeah.
To investigate these nightclubs.
Oh, okay.
I have no experience. Like
I don't know if
shit.
many people have experience doing that shit, but all right.
Like I just thought I'll grab my brother or grab a couple of mates. Fuck yeah, let's go in. Like we have no equipment.
Oh, okay. So you're just going off like, I get a spooky feeling.
I saw this on A Haunting.
This my God.
Situation. I think.
Oh my
it's
God.
like, yeah, and we used to go there was a club called Diggers.
Okay.
Okay. Now this is there's a bit of history behind this building too, like a long kind of dark, sinister history.
Okay.
Fucked up, bro. And so it started out, okay, as hang on, let me think here. There was a guy that owned like Diggers, and I'm pretty sure someone's going to correct me if I'm wrong, but he didn't own just this building. He owned the whole block.
Like a complex type of thing?
No, like this, like just
like
a
street.
city, like half a street in the city. And he was this mysterious, weird old dude, like never really spoke to anyone, kept to himself, but filthy fucking rich.
Yeah.
You know? But everyone said he was just really weird. He was, kind of rumors that he was doing shit in his like buildings and
I mean,
stuff.
like, really,
Maybe
like,
animal sacrifices or something. I don't know. No, nothing
no,
like
no,
that. I try to embellish that.
But-
But anyway, he passed. Like he started selling off chunks of the you know the buildings and shit like that. So he sold diggers that part to I don't know some kind of medical fucking thing,
like a clinic,
yeah, and it served as a nurse's home.
Oh, okay,
So in the World Wars and World War II or some shit. But the rumor is there's a morgue underneath it.
Oh, that's where that. Okay, all right.
There's a morgue,
I see where this is going.
There's a morgue underneath, and the morgue actually goes quite like this. It's quite a massive morgue, and it doesn't just go into.
You mean a morgue or like a cemetery?
No, a morgue. Like we're talking like in the middle of town, so like roads and shit. Like there's no fucking nowhere to bury people. It's like smack bang in the middle of town.
Okay, all right.
Okay, and there's just rumors that heaps of weird shit happens there.
Okay.
Especially in the back room, in the function room.
It's always that back fucking room, but
back dirty old. The ghosts love the dirty old fucking back room.
Okay, all right, let's go.
Okay, so there's heaps of rumors going on about this place, right? And a few of the girls experienced some weird shit, and so one of the girls, they were cleaning up after a function at the back, right? And they had helium balloons.
Okay.
Right? So if you let a helium balloon go, what does it do?
Usually will float up to a degree.
Rises up.
To a degree. Sometimes they float.
Well, fucking, okay, you just fuck yourself.
Oh, okay.
All right. So this girl, she's like, she's on like a step ladder or she's sitting on a chair or something like that. She accidentally let go all the helium balloons. All the balloons go rising up to the roof. They're all, fuck, how am I going to get them down? I'll deal with it later. Starts like taking something off the wall. And she's like, she's standing on one of these chairs or some shit, like a bar stool, turns around and there's a balloon right in front of her face. It's like someone's holding it in front of her face. And she's like, oh my God.
Okay, she's freaked out over it.
And she's freaked out. But there's heaps of other weird things that have happened in that bar.
Okay.
Heaps of other weird things. Get this. My brother and I were actually invited on a legit ghost investigation.
What does that even?
Place.
What does it even look like? What does a legit ghost investigation look like?
Well, the legitimate. I don't know. I don't actually know how legit.
Okay, to me, the words legitimate and ghost investigation don't really go together.
Hang on. Like this is kind of where it all started off, and we're like, so we got invited to this thing, and we were kind of just, like. My brother and I, when we get together, we actually turn into a couple of dickheads, eh? So these
that's
guys
what brothers are for,
fully into it. They've got these temperature meters, PK something meters, like they measure. Oh fuck, I don't know. There's other things that they had infrared cameras. They've got these white noise cameras. You know what white noise is?
Yeah, I know what white noise is.
Familiar with that? And like these guys just seem dodgy, man. Like. Like we're all set up in the function room, right? Every time we all split off, there's this one lady that was left in the function room.
Oh, okay.
There's and she would always come as soon as everyone was out and we're all in different parts of the bar.
She's like, something's happening.
Oh my God, did you see that? And we're like, no,
conveniently.
Oh my God,
what a surprise!
She comes running out. Oh my God! So we all kind of converged into the function room, and my brother and I were like, these guys are fucking, we're better than these guys. We don't know shit. Like, so we're all there, and like they're asking questions and stuff. They're like, can you give us a click if you're here? Blah 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 blah. And then Lani and I, my brother, said, can we give it a go?
Because it'll make any difference.
We're sitting on the pool table, and we got two triangles. The triangles.
Yeah.
We put them on our heads to zone in the fucking
focus the psychic energy.
Because the point comes to
it comes to a point.
And we're sitting on, and like apparently there's a ghost next door in the bar next door called the Loaded Hog.
Okay, of course.
And I said, did you fucking have a scrap with the ghost next door? Is your ectoplasm fucking stronger than his? Do you bone other ghosts?
Oh my God. I would want to know that,
And like, can you bone other ghosts?
How does that work?
Can you?
Do you just phase through each other?
Do you have ghost Viagra? Because sometimes
You can't get it out. Yeah,
So, and like, just being complete dicks.
complete dicks. Yeah,
And like, they're going, oh my God, keep going.
we're getting a response. Oh my
And
god!
you're like,
of course. I'm sure you are. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. But there is actually something that happened, man. This is like, and this happened to me.
Okay, so it's like semi-legit here. Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
All
Have
right.
you noticed my voice drop?
Yeah.
And it's taken us
Everything's got
changed
serious. All right.
fucking serious town.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're in the nightclub I worked for a few years called the Kaz Bar.
Yeah.
Really weird shaped bar. A lot of history, heaps of weird stories. Okay, stories about a young guy ghost, an old guy ghost, and a young lady ghost.
Oh, it's a threesome. Okay.
There's the trifecta.
Yeah.
So we're like, stories are getting like thrown around, and like these guys keep popping up. Like these people keep saying they see this guy ghost, this girl ghost, blah 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 blah. And so me and the boys, we're having our staffies, and as you do, we're getting a bit fucking
rowdy. Yeah.
Fucking, if you're there, slap my dick, or some shit like that, and like we're just being like, kind of cheeky about the thing. Now at the end of the bar, we've got the red wine racks. Okay, so you've got the bar here. There's a gap where you walk in and out. You got the chiller here. Further down, there's another bench, and above on the shelf, there's red wine racks. Red wines, and they got those kind of cross things, and you slide them in. They lie on their side. Okay, so there's about three bottles and stuff. Soon as we started taking the piss out of, like, maybe you should slap your dick against the wall 3 times if you're there. Ha 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 ha. And as soon as we started taking the piss, one of those red wine bottles comes flying out the rack and smashes against the bar.
Okay.
And like, there's not music blasting, so vibrations.
How
and shit
far
like
away did it get thrown? Like,
okay, so
go meters, because no one else can see what's in this room.
It's maybe 1.5 meters or something, or
meter and a half.
I don't know. What's that from that table to over here?
That's like 3 meters.
Oh, is that 3 meters? Okay, yeah.
Or
So
2.5. Yeah.
see where that table is at the top, where that light is.
Yep.
So where that top of the light is, a bottle come flying off and hitting that.
That's pretty far.
Yeah, and like it didn't like ping ping. It fucking smashed. It was red wine. No one cleaned up the glass or the wine. Fuck that. We're out of here.
Out of it. Yeah.
And guess who had to set the alarm in the building by himself?
You, of course.
None of those pricks wanted to come in like, can you stand with me while I set the bar?
No, they're like, I'm out of here.
Set the alarm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So how is that the full extent of you ghost hunting?
Nah, we did some fucking stupid shit. We thought we found one, and oh god, we used to go like on a Wednesday or maybe Tuesday night where none of the bars are really open.
Yeah.
Like sometimes if I had the keys to the cat, I'd fucking go in.
Yeah.
Why not? But like you would just act like idiots and running around town looking in the windows and shit, like seeing if we could see something. And then we decided to take photos. Like we're outside.
Yeah.
There's the window there.
I just want to check again. So this is early 2000s, right?
Early.
Are we
it went for a while, man. We did it for fucking ages.
But what are you taking photos with? Are you taking with like camera phone?
Not like a ghost capturing phone.
No.
Yeah, like a camera phone.
Like a camera phone.
Like a camera phone.
So pretty good quality photos from back in the 2000s. All right. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah,
all right. So continue.
Because we want the most solid of evidence.
Yeah,
mate.
of course.
Fucking,
of course.
we gotta present our findings.
All right. Yeah.
Fuck. But I remember this one time we scared the shit out of ourselves because we're taking a photo on our ghost hunting camera phones.
Yes.
Like, oh my god! It looked in the photo. It looked like there was a kid.
Of course, yeah.
Standing like, oh my god, we got one, oh my god, we got one. And we went running to my mate at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Oh. He's at his house banging on his fucking door because he knows about ghost stuff. And he's like sound asleep. And he's like, Jace, you gotta wake up. We found a fucking ghost. And then he goes, oh my God, what the fuck is going on? And he's like, look. And then what it actually turned out to be was the reflection of the lamp behind us.
Oh my fucking God.
Yeah. So
you got a little bit too excited there, huh, Mona?
Yeah, we looked at it. I was like, hold on. There's another. Oh, it's not a ghost.
Okay.
Terrible. Like, yeah, we did some pretty stupid things,
Now,
man.
There's one other thing that was mentioned in that comments that I want to know about, and it's the secret society of secretness. Is that what this is called?
Yeah, the Secret Society of Secretness.
Oh, so that was the actual name of it. Okay.
The Secret Society of Secretness.
Okay, so what did the Secret Society of Secretness actually hold in terms of secrets?
Usually, the secrets were conducted at, after going out clubbing. You'd have to be one of the prerequisites of becoming a secret member of the Secret Society of Secretness is that you had to be fucking pissed off your tits.
Okay, yep.
Yeah, and basically what we did is we went around neighborhoods and we used to, I don't know, I suppose you could say, steal people's garden statues. And
oh my God. Like garden gnomes and...
Oh, flasher things and that. Like, there was these fucking hardcore sculptures
and
shit. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully we're not incriminating you.
Well, I'm not a member of the Secret Society.
Of course not. Yeah.
But, yeah, I think...
Interesting, yes.
Once again, using our ghost capturing phones, we can use them to capture normal photos. We actually got one of my and we made him, he didn't want to do it. Fucking do it, God. Boot him out the car. And he's just like, he's pretty new to clubbing. He's like 18 and he's like pissed off. Oh, okay. And then he runs out the back of this, it's a very, very nice looking house. And he comes back and he's got 2 statues in his hands and one under his arm. He's like, fuck. And they're like long as, like they're like that big and they look really expensive. I don't know. We did some pretty dumb.
Now, were these statues ever returned?
No.
Oh my god!
Actually, I think Sam had one for years. Then because I have it.
Yeah.
Sam, you don't even have a garden to put it in.
You gotta be careful with your name dropping here, man. You might be snitching on some people.
Mate, it was like
25
unless there's a warrant out from the 2000s for someone stealing garden statues.
You never know, man.
Actually, maybe.
Be careful, yeah.
Yeah. So we did also mailboxing as well. That was.
What is mailboxing?
So you just bash someone's mailbox.
Why?
I don't know.
Because he had nothing better to do?
Because we were idiots.
Fucking hell.
Actually, the funniest thing is like my mate Dan. We went. Yeah, okay. I'm not proud to admit this, but this one is actually funny.
Okay.
Obviously, this person has had their mailbox done over before.
Yeah.
But what Dan didn't realize, they've replaced this mailbox with this solid fucking thing.
Block.
And Dan tries to kick it and almost breaks his shin.
Well, he fucking deserves it then.
He's like winding it up. Watch this, boys. I'm like, yeah, go, Dad. Boom. Oh, shit.
Oh,
he's just
shit.
like lying on the ground in pain. And it's like 6 o'clock in the morning.
That's karma, man.
6 o'clock in the morning, the sun is right, there's light. We jump in the car and leave him.
Oh my God.
He's like, hey.
Just limping.
He's like, it's my car.
He stole his shit.
He stole his car. No, we came back and grabbed him.
Oh, far out, man. I don't think I've done anything that stupid yet.
Have you ever stolen them?
I've got plenty of time, though, to do that.
Have you ever stolen the papers from the dairies?
No. Why would you even need to do that?
I don't. For
shits and gigs?
I didn't do it. I did.
So the dairies, as in like
the shops, corner shops.
Yeah,
what do you call them in Australia?
Convenience store, corner store. Yeah,
it's not 7-Eleven. It's usually owned by a family.
Like corner store.
We did some arsehole things, man.
Man,
we went around and stole like the newspapers from 5 different shops.
Oh, you mean like the ones that were delivered to get sold?
Yeah.
Oh shit. That's a lot. That's a lot of newspapers, man. What do you do with them afterwards?
We threw them in the river.
What a waste. At least you're recycling them. You know, they're disintegrating into. Oh, please don't tell me that they're covered.
Oh man, when I say it, it sounds terrible.
It's terrible. It is terrible. You're a terrible person.
Maybe the secret society of secretness is going to assassinate me now.
Yeah, the SSS.
Jesus.
You've only got one more S than Hitler's SS. Just saying.
Oh, don't associate us with them. Those amateurs.
Those amateurs.
No,
oh,
joke.
shit.
No, that was terrible. I shouldn't have said that. I said that out of desperation to save
save face, but it made it worse.
But it just made it worse.
It always makes it worse.
Fuck. Yeah, we did. Like, I mean, when you say it like that, yeah, we did some pretty stupid things.
Man, I'm still pretty young, especially compared to you because you're ancient.
Oh, come on.
So
Man.
I don't think I've done anything like that stupid yet. I think I've got plenty of time left to do it though.
My brother did some. Should I?
Well, you know, why not? What's the worst that could happen?
I'm sorry.
Oh, he didn't have to say his name. You could have just said my. Now they know.
Everybody knows who my brother is.
Okay, all right. What happened?
We stole a fuck. We sound like massive thieves.
Yeah,
huh?
massive thieves. Yeah.
We stole a barbecue table from a public school.
Oh, what? Why? Just because?
I fucking don't know.
Man, I'm starting to question the choice of my co-host right now.
Don't be like that. We did give it back though.
Oh, at least you gave it
Like
back.
6 months later.
Don't know if that justifies. Did they get a replacement one in that time?
No.
Okay, that's. I guess you still kind of gave it back, and they didn't have to replace it. So I'll give that one a pass. Like,
I'm feeling real cringy about saying all this stuff.
do you in NZ have like muck up day? You know, for like year 12s and stuff.
What's muck up day? No,
like,
I don't know what that is.
Muck up day in Australia is like, I think it's like the last week of year 12. It's like one day that ends up somehow getting designated where like the year 12s will
What's year 12?
Year 12 is like the last year of school.
7th form.
Sure. Yeah. When you're like 17, 18, whatever. All right.
Yes.
Yeah. 7th form. So it's like a day that's somehow, I don't know if it's become a national day or whatever, but it's where the year 12s play a prank on either other year 12s, other students, or the school or whatever.
Oh, like egging.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Water bombing.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. Yeah. Do you have that over at in NZ?
Well, I tried to water bomb someone and this teacher stopped me mid fucking water bomb. Hey, give me that. I was like, fuck, I should have just thrown him. But he confiscated my water bomb.
My brother, he took it to a whole nother scale. So in his year, they got all the bins in the school, which is like over 25.
Yeah.
And somehow they managed to get it on the roof of the school.
25 bins.
25 bins.
Nice.
They were empty, which was smart. And they got it on top of the school and made a pyramid.
That's fucking cool.
That's skill.
That is. No, that's just cool. How can you get angry at that?
And then the kind of dicky thing that they did is broke into the school in the middle of the night.
As you do.
As you do. And you know, they're in their 7th form, last year school.
How old is your brother?
17 at the time.
But how old is he now?
28 this year.
Oh, he's a young buck.
He's young. But they drive into the school, they go into school oval, they do fucking burnouts. They put Vaseline on all the fucking rails and all the drinking fountains.
Oh, that's genius.
And then they wrap the teachers' cars in fucking cling wrap.
Yes.
But I thought that was like almost top tier when I heard about it. But then apparently at Stitcher's school, like the year before or something, somehow someone managed to get a cow onto the top level
That
of the
is
school.
gold.
Apparently, cows can go upstairs, but they can't come downstairs. So they had
Surely, no, they can come. They must be able to.
I don't know. No, apparently not. Not stairs. A hill is different to stairs, right? You know how like a dog can run up a hill and down a hill?
Yeah.
But they're scared to go upstairs and downstairs. There's something about it. I think it's the same thing for cows. They can go up, but they can't come down because obviously they're going to be like top heavy and then maybe they'll roll or some shit.
That'd be pretty funny.
That'd be kind of funny, yeah. But they had to get like a fucking crane and or some kind of lift to like get this fucking cow. I don't know where they found the cow from.
Yeah, where do you get a cow?
And how they got the cow to the school, because this school is in the middle of suburbia on the Gold Coast, right? So I don't know any farms that are anywhere nearby. They must have put some fucking planning into this.
You'd have to.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's incredible. Unfortunately, in my year, because of the devastation that's happened in the years before me from like my brother's year, and obviously they've heard about it. We got banned. Straight outright banned from doing any muck-up day.
Oh, okay. Oh, so, that's a bit of a downer.
It is a downer,
especially if those kind of things are like tradition, you know.
Yeah,
like
and like, I guess the cow thing could have cost the school a little bit.
Yeah, you got to get a crane
and the ripping up the oval could cost the school a little bit in terms of like
ripping up the oval.
The oval is like the sports field with the drifting a car on it.
What do you call it an oval for?
Because it's oval shaped.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty simple, man.
Cool.
Yeah. The soccer, it's a sports field, but it's not specific to any sport.
Oh, okay.
So we just call it the oval. But yeah, in terms of like dumb shit we've done, like
you haven't really experienced dumb shit.
No, but there has been some creepy shit. So like
what do you mean creepy?
So my brother and my brother's only 1 year older than me, right? So we hung out a lot.
Hang on, let me get this straight. Like, when you say creepy, do you mean supernatural creepy?
No, not supernatural creepy, but kind of in that realm of supernatural creepy, because this is around the time that the Blair Witch Project movie came out, the original one.
I saw that at the movies.
Man, I saw that standing behind a pillar at my house, just like at a Scar for Life. But my brother and I used to ride around with one of our older cousins. He's about 5 years older than us, I think. And his best, like my brother's best mate and his little brother, because we're all really similar in age, right? And we used to ride around our neighborhood and ride in the bushes on our bikes. Yeah. And then one day we're like, let's go into this bush area that's like a little bit deeper than we normally do. So we're riding for about 5 minutes in this bush, and it's just forest with a track, and it kind of just opens up to this just big random opening in the middle of this forest. And then the first thing we fucking see is like a Blair Witch style, like hung out of a tree, sticks in like a fucking
triangle thingy,
that weird like triangle, and like, but like 4 of them, right? One big one and a few small ones, and like a ritual thing that looked like on the ground and stuff. And we're just freaking the fuck out because it was just after the Blair Witch Project had come out. So we're just like, what do we do? Do we have to get out? Has anyone seen us? Like,
are you gonna find a bag of teeth?
Exactly. Like, that's what we thought. And so we're just fucking bolting out of this thing on our bikes. But that's probably one of the creepiest things that's happened. Just riding into a random forest in a trail and finding basically the Blair Witch Project campsite.
I don't really know what to think about that kind of stuff, like, especially so close to a movie, but it is pretty unnerving.
Yeah. Like, I don't know if it's someone's
pranking or someone trying to, because I don't like it's kind of similar to someone fucking around with a Ouija board.
Yeah, I
know how you feel about shit like that.
Yeah.
And where you stand on things like that. But there's, like, I just don't fuck around with that kind of shit. Why risk it? Like, I don't know,
like, man. Curiosity.
when people was that movie? There's a movie called Ouija Board or some shit like
Ouija,
that.
yeah, it's called Ouija.
And or you see a horror movie where they're fucking around with a Ouija board and they shouldn't be doing it. Like, and
Yeah, but those are movies, man.
yeah, but like fucking these things actually exist.
And
like,
I don't know, man. Like
like whether you believe it or not, they actually exist.
wait, are you talking about Ouija
The actual
boards?
Ouija boards.
Oh yeah, I know the
you
Ouija boards exist.
They
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
exist.
So I thought you meant like the spirits controlling the Ouija board exist.
They exist too.
I don't know about that, man.
Shut up, Zaff.
I'm just
now that thing like
maybe
that you saw.
maybe I should put a Ouija board here.
Fuck off! If you put one there, I will kick you in the fart box. Don't do that shit. Actually, one of our fellow technicians, like, she fucked around with the Ouija board
and
fucking left it at her mum's house. She said weird shit happened.
Oh, that's so general though.
But
Like,
it's something like it's from a person that you would never expect it from. She's like fucking straighty 180. And
yeah,
you're like, and then all of a sudden we start talking about ghost stuff because I like talking about ghost stuff. And then she goes, "Oh yeah, I fucked around with the Ouija board." I was like, "What? You did what?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I left it at my mum's." Oh my god! Oh, is your mum's fucking shit floating around her house and stuff? Is weird things happening? Oh yeah, she did say a couple of things happening. Oh my god, is the Ouija board still there? Yeah, it's up in the closet. Oh fuck!
So what do you do with a Ouija board once it's haunted?
Okay, from your
expert position, yeah.
What you got to do?
Yeah.
Okay, it's like you got to figure out what it is first.
As in, what type of demon or whatever is.
So if it's like a ghost, which is
okay,
someone's
spirit,
a person,
yeah,
and now they're dead, or if it's something else, like you just said, a demon. Okay, so you got to figure out what it is.
So that's
first.
step one.
That's
all right.
step one.
Okay. What's step two?
Fucking kiss your ass goodbye.
No.
I guess yeah. Step two is exercising.
Just working out at the gym. Just get the Ouija board. Do some bench presses. Clean and jerk.
You even lift, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to exercise the house, I suppose. So that's when you get a priest in or whatever faith you're in.
See, this is okay. You just reminded me of something like, so my majority of my family are religious and stuff, and they also come from the islands, which is a whole bunch of religion culture clash thing, right? And apparently when I was like 5, maybe 8, whatever, one of my aunties got possessed by a ghost or something. I don't know how it happened. Apparently, I think it was, they have this, I don't know, myth, legend, whatever you want to call it.
She could be a medium.
I don't know. But apparently like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning is like the hour when the activity of ghosts or something is.
Call it the witching hour.
Or something like, yeah,
something
right?
like that. Yeah.
Something like that. So that's one of those permeating beliefs that was within my family and stuff. And I think she was doing something around this time and she got possessed. So they'd figured out that it's some kind of.
Did you see it?
No, I was like 5. No, I don't remember. This is a story that I was told. And they kind of call like spiritual beings that aren't like ghosts or demons, but they call it like jinn.
You're talking about Muslim faith?
Yeah.
Yeah, jinns. Yeah.
Yeah, so they kind of call it like jinn. So I think that's what they said was possessing her, and they had to exorcise it. So for them to exercise it, they were at someone's house and they're doing the prayers, and they just recite the prayers over and over with like surrounding her.
Yeah.
And apparently, I don't know how much I can believe this because
you do believe it.
No, I don't know, man. I'm pretty skeptical, but like apparently her voice dropped like 4 octaves and went real deep, and then she just started
growling,
like lashing out, growling.
Floating.
Took like no floating, but took like 4 or 5 men to like try and hold her, and she's just fucking throwing them around. Yeah, and apparently they got it out of her. Not entirely sure though. Like, so some people say they got it out of her. Some people say that they didn't, because there's no real way to tell.
Where is she?
She just lives in North Brisbane. and
let's go to her house.
And some people are like, you can kind of still see it in her eyes, you know.
Hey, for real.
Some people say, but I don't know, man. I just like, you know, I look at them like,
how can you not find that tangibly interesting?
It's interesting, but I don't know if it's true. That's the difference. Like, I definitely find it interesting, but I know as humans we're quite flawed in our reasoning and complex.
But how do you explain centuries and centuries, every culture from around the world?
Because humans are idiots, right?
He said it. Podcast Universe.
We used to think the Earth was flat.
Yeah, but
and some people still think the Earth is flat, right?
Yeah, and like that's something different. Hang on. You
okay? It's like, here's the thing. You and I come from cultures, right, where information is passed by stories, right? Not really. It's not really written down so much.
Maybe information is passed by hidings,
or that.
Yeah,
you learn a lesson or two, right? Yeah. But they generally pass by stories, right? And you've heard of, for lack of a better phrase, of Chinese whispers, right? It's like a game where you have like say 50 people in a line. One person in the beginning says something, and it has to get to the other person unchanged. But it always, by the last person, is changed to some degree, right?
I did fuck that game out once.
I always fucked with that game. But that's like, this is how I've not justified, but like my thinking process of why people believe certain things. It's like, say one person who's maybe not entirely sane has seen something and they've told someone, and then that person's told someone. And every now and then that story is a little bit more embellished and a little bit distorted. And then it becomes kind of myth and legend and rumor. And then because you've been told something, right, we have this thing that's called confirmation bias. And confirmation bias is you think something's going to happen. So whenever you see something that agrees with it, you're like, hey, that thing's actually happening. Like there's evidence for it. But when there's something that kind of disproves what's happening, you discount that information. You're like, oh, I don't know if that's exactly accurate because of this and this. You don't treat them equally. So you try to confirm what you already believe with stuff that agrees with it, and you try to deny, the other side of the argument. So that's not that difficult to do if you didn't have the scientific process, which is kind of only a recent thing that's, objective observational evidence.
Zaff?
Yes?
There's ghosts. Shut up.
All right, so that's your retort to
you're gonna fuck with some shit that's gonna possess this show. Stop it. You're angering the
my
ghosts.
question is also, why don't ghosts ever haunt new shit? Like, why hasn't a ghost haunted my iPhone or my Samsung or my brand new fucking computer? Like, why is it always some old ass creaky fucking building where...
How do you know it's not?
Because it never does anything wrong.
You always seem to look at porn. The ghosts pulling you in.
No, I
just made that up. I don't know if he looks at porn.
No, I know you do.
I do.
Come on.
Hey,
come on,
midgets! Hey. I love them.
I wasn't. Maybe that's because you're Brazil and all that kind of. That's why you're into midget porn, Brazilian midget porn.
Is that a thing?
Has to be a thing.
Oh, okay.
That's Rule 43, man. Rule 33, Rule 34. Rule 34.
What are these rules?
Rule 34 is if there is any category in which there can be porn for that category, it exists. So if you think about it and you're like, I wonder if there's porn for that random thing, Brazilian midgets, there's definitely Brazilian midget porn somewhere.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's Rule 34.
Creepy.
It's either 34 or 43.
What are these rules? What are these rules?
I think Rule 43 is
What's
something.
Rule 43?
I don't know if that's an actual rule.
But what's the set of rules called?
No, that's just Rule 34. That's just it. I don't know if there's any more rules. But
why 34?
I don't know.
Okay.
Don't ask me these things. Damn.
But you're supposed to be all scientific and shit.
Man, I don't know if there's much science behind the rule of porn.
Oh, is that what it is? Rule of porn?
It's the rule of porn, basically. Like, if there can be porn on that subject, there's porn on that subject.
Is there ghost porn?
100%. Like...
So there are ghosts?
No.
You just said there's ghost porn.
I said there's ghost porn, but that doesn't mean that there are ghosts. I'm saying,
Get a clay, molding it and possess some lady.
Why are you fucking clay?
Oh, don't you know Ghost? Haven't you seen that movie Ghost with Whoopi Goldberg and Patrick Swayze? Oh, you haven't lived.
But is this well before my time?
Yes.
Okay, that's probably why.
See, your generation, this is the problem with your generation. You just got regurgitated shit from my generation.
And your generation has regurgitated shit from the previous generation.
It does not. We created. The piano necktie came out of my generation.
Yes, but pianos existed before then, and neckties also existed before then.
But they didn't combine them together. Fucking boom.
Yeah, but just because you combine two things together doesn't mean you invented it.
Flock of Seagulls haircut.
What?
It's basically what kids are wearing today.
Oh, the haircut that you have?
No, it's a little bit more snazzy than that.
A little bit more schnazzy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like, is there anything you want to touch on? Except for me, I know you were gonna say that.
Oh, Harry's so confident.
Yeah.
Fucking, yeah. We just did a whole heap of stupid shit growing up, and like especially coming through the nightclubs and stuff. I believe that everyone should at least spend a portion of their working life in a nightclub.
In a nightclub, not just hospitality, like specifically.
No, in a nightclub.
Just because of the outlandish shit that's gonna happen.
Because of the outlandish shit that will happen.
You know what?
Many innocent got corrupted in my time.
I can see the value in that, a bit of life experience maybe. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know if I'm going to go work in a nightclub now though.
Why not?
I'm just too fucking lazy, man. When else are we going to do the podcast as well?
Oh, true. We could do the podcast in the nightclub. I don't know. I just that's what I just believe. I believe everyone should.
I do think there's definitely some value in seeing that side of people. Like,
you do have to be very tolerant. You do have to be very tolerant.
Man, I know some not so tolerant people that worked in nightclubs and bars and stuff.
Especially with drunk people.
Yeah.
Drunk people did shit, give me the shits. I didn't care, I didn't say, hey, come on, let's go. I just did grab him by the scruff of the neck.
Just throw him out.
Fuck off.
So were you ever like a bouncer for a club, or did you ever? Or were you just behind the bar?
I was always. I never ever bounced at a club. I never did bouncing. So I was either a manager or just a bar guy.
Oh yeah, barkeeper, whatever it's called. Yeah,
but just barman.
Yeah,
I think that's politically incorrect these days. I think the correct term is server or mixologist. Believe it or not.
Go eat a dick.
That's your generation.
No,
that's
fuck
your
off.
fucking generation.
You know who came up with that? No, that's your generation.
Fuck off. That's my generation. You're a fucking barman. Yeah. Boom. That's it.
I don't know, man.
Even girls, I'm a barman. Yeah.
Yeah. Now it's a bar person.
Or a mixologist. It's like,
okay.
Fuck off.
All right. In terms of, this is something I want to talk to you. It's more about like fighting stuff, but I kind of want to talk because it's also a cultural thing. It's
Islanders like to fight, yes.
No, not that.
Okay.
But yes, that's true. That's definitely true. But transgender people in fighting. So here's the thing, right? There's only a few cases of it, but it's like a male that became female, or like, now identifies as female, competing against other females in a contact sport.
Don't think it should happen.
Don't think it should happen?
It's unfair.
What about a female that now identifies as a male competing against males?
No.
See, here's the thing. I agree with the latter, but not the former. Because here's why. When you have a male that becomes a female, they're still going to have really high levels of testosterone.
Yeah.
And they're just going to be jacked to the fucking rim, right?
This shit came through on my Facebook feed.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
No.
It was going around.
It's your Facebook feed, but anyway. Yeah.
There's a picture of a transgender person.
Oh.
And next to her is a picture of the woman she fucked up.
Yeah, and it's fucked, right? Because they just lay into it and they literally manhandle these women, right? Because their strength advantage is so far above. They're jacked. They're basically on steroids for that division. Now, here's where I agree with it later. Like the other half of it is when a woman, transforms into a man, transgender into a man, and goes to compete against men. They're technically at a disadvantage, right? Because they're not going to be at the same level of testosterone. They'll be on testosterone or hormone therapy and stuff. So it's going to bring it up to the same level as a guy in some cases, maybe not quite. But because they're working from a disadvantage, everything that they do in terms of winning against males, it's always a win. It's always like they've overcome the disadvantage. But when you're going from a male to a female, you're working from a very, very much advantage position, right?
Like, I'll probably get crucified for saying this, but I just don't like. Yeah, this person that's been going around and this transgender lady, she's just been like fucking mangling these.
Just bullying, yeah.
Mangling them.
Yeah, man.
They get chewed up and spat out. Like there is a distinct advantage,
and it's rough to see.
It's dangerous.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
And this is the other thing I'm concerned about.
That's for both sides, from a woman changing into a man and going.
It's true.
But I suppose if they're okay with it, if all parties are okay with it, then okay.
But here's the thing: this is something actually I've put a little bit of thought into. Is because of the state of society as it is at the moment of culture, right? Those females who are competing against that transgender female, they probably didn't necessarily sign up initially to fight someone who was in that situation.
Yeah.
But because of the societal and cultural pressures of having to accept that situation, like she identifies as a female, that's cool. We agree with you. You're a female. You can do that. But it's a bit different when it comes to fighting. But because of those pressures, they're kind of forced to say, yeah, she is, I'll fight her. And then because they don't quite understand the stakes of who they're fighting, then they just get destroyed. Yeah. And it's that's when it becomes concerning, when it's is some of the choice in the matter being taken away by pressure? It's not taken away, but it's definitely influenced by the pressure.
It's a tough situation, man. It actually reminds me of there's a famous Thai fighter in Thailand who was male, transgender, but fought other men. Like it was
as in a male that I don't know what the term is, transformed into a female.
Yeah, so this guy trans into
a female,
but I don't know if it was the whole operation had been completed or whatnot, but yeah, as a fighter, she fought men.
Okay.
And won.
Solid.
She was fucking good too.
Well, that's solid. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. But the Thai fight, it's very similar. Like it was same weights. It wasn't or anything like that. It was the funniest thing was she would always at the start of the fight, when they do a Y crew or the
warm up type of thing,
the dance thing they do. You pay homage to your trainers and stuff. That's basically what it's all about. That's the gist of it. Okay, it's a little bit more intricate, but females have a very certain style of Y crew, and males have a certain style of Y crew. There's certain things that females do in their Y crew. They put on makeup and do all this kind of stuff, and it's a very feminine.
It's a feminine thing.
Yeah. So this guy, this transgender person will be doing the female movements in the Y crew, and very pretty, and even the way he walked into the ring will be like, "Yeah, look at me, I'm a girl." And then as soon as the bell rang, it's boom, switch, staunch ass, and boom, 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 boom,
I think that's cool.
That's cool. Actually, we should probably look into that. See if she actually ended up fighting females.
Because I just think the advantage/disadvantage is very disproportionate when you go male to female fighting against females.
Yeah, nothing. No, I've got like. I'm not saying that female fighters are weak. I'm not
No.
saying that because
But there's definitely
some
a difference.
amazing female fighters. And if you don't believe me, check out Rio Heroes, where they've actually got a female Brazilian MMA fighter taking on a male MMA fighter.
Yeah.
You know, and
Just
going at it, and she wins. So
even like
you know,
Chris Cyborg, right?
yeah.
She would demolish some guys, just obliterate them.
Oh yeah, most
But
definitely.
even, just like, yeah, there's this like Amanda Nunes, man. When she hits you, she's throwing bricks at your head, like
yeah.
you know. So there's definitely some female fighters that would
That can
compete.
hold their own,
But
yeah.
It's I say a bit more of an exception, you know, or at least in the current state of fighting, you know, like because
yeah, that is a toughie, man.
yeah,
Personally, I wouldn't want to see that. This is not the first time I've heard of this either. I've actually heard of this situation, I think late last year, and I asked one of my friends, she's a female fighter,
yeah,
so would you do it? You know, would you take on a fighter knowing that she was formerly a man?
yeah.
You know, and she was like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it. I'm like,
But do you understand the stakes that are?
yeah, like, haven't you seen these women getting like absolutely mashed?
Yeah,
I'm not talking about a couple of black eyes. You should see this lady's face that's on my Facebook feed. She looks like Elephant Man. Half her like face is all swollen.
This is
shit.
why we need Stitch, so we can be like, Stitch, pull it up. Just it would have been so good.
Well, actually, it would be really cool to ask Stitch, would you do it? Like,
Stitch is like
reckon-
quite against fighting.
she's
in
what?
general. She doesn't like fighting.
She doesn't like
She's
fighting.
very pacifistic. She doesn't like guns. She doesn't like fighting. You know, confrontation even, unless you know. You're
But she
being
calls everyone a bitch.
yeah. It's not. I mean,
Jokes.
you know, joking confrontation is fine, and like everyday confrontation is all right. But like physical violence and all that kind of, she's not super into it. Like I'm not sure.
She
if
was pushed.
Oh, she has
She
a
would
temper
back
on it. She's
herself.
got that little person temper as well. So, you know, like that just pocket of energy, just too much. When it comes to like the bigger guys stretched out, we're like, let's not. I'm too tired. I don't want to have to deal with that. It's also like just who we are as individuals. Like,
Okay, so she wouldn't do it.
no, she would.
Okay.
She wouldn't even do a martial arts. I don't think.
Okay.
Just for fun. You know what I mean?
Alright.
But
Each to their own.
she was, I will say, impressed with Amanda Nunes when she just took
Amanda
out
Nunes is a machine.
It's a machine.
She's
And
got some slick hands on her, man.
I think she was like one of the first fights that she watched. She was very disappointed because it was Kat Zingano and it was an Australian chick. I can't remember her name, but the fight ended early because the Australian chick kicked Kat Zingano in the face, and her the toenail hit her eyelid or her eye, and she just crumbled up in pain. And you know, like, because initially people thought, oh, she hit her hard and she's just taking the hit, and so she was laying into it, and then the fight was ended, and then you see that that toe just went straight in. And like initially, you know, the exchange was pretty good and she was impressed with that, but then it was like disappointing because of the way it ended. But then, you know, she sees Amanda Nunes just lay out Cyborg and
just dominate.
Yeah, dude. And it's just like, for you to take Cyborg out in her prime, basically, it's just you have to be throwing bricks. Like,
but she's, I mean, as well as a really tough, like, I've only seen a couple of Nunez's fights, like a real strong going forward fighter. I think she picks her shots really well.
she's a sniper.
Yeah, you know.
She every hit is on the point.
Yeah.
Just on point.
No, like very, very little wasted shots.
No way.
So, yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
And,
I'm excited to see what her next fight will be.
yeah.
Well, I don't know if they'll give a rematch to Cyborg though.
But like, I mean, I know she would never back down from any kind of fight, but
No.
I wouldn't. And I've got nothing against transgender people either. You
No.
know, like
I don't know. I definitely.
I wouldn't want to see a transgender fight with a man in New Year's either. Like,
you wouldn't?
no, because it's,
See,
just so,
'cause
it's just so
There's some female fighters. I'm like,
there's too much advantage.
there's still too much advantage.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what if they decide to go after estrogen for a week just to prep for the fight?
Yeah.
You know,
then-
I'm not saying that's how it would happen, but like, you know, but
Yeah.
it's just like the
It complicates
the
things a
muscle
lot.
structure is different, eh? Muscle structure is different.
I think it's the bone density, the muscle density, and the fat percentages are different, right? So
Yeah.
for the same weight classes, because females to males, like females will generally hold a little bit more fat. So in the same weight class, those women will generally have the same fat percentage. But if you bring in a male who has a lower fat percentage, and they're the same weight, it means they probably have more muscle already.
Yeah.
And it's not just that they're working hard or anything. It's just to be the same weight, you're probably going to have a more jacked person.
Yeah.
Right? So say they're even the same frame, they're going to have more muscle on them because the
Yeah.
fat percentage is lower. And then
Do you think we're gonna get shit from the transgender community?
we probably will get a little bit, but like,
We don't mean any offense.
yeah,
You know
I'm-
that, right?
I'm just, it's a very difficult landscape to kind of traverse. You know what I mean? Like, it's a tricky situation because it's very new. No one knows how to handle it because it's so new. We don't have any kind of baseline to go off, so we have to just think through it really carefully. You know what I mean? It's just
I was gonna say something, but I won't because it'll be fucking terrible.
yeah.
No, I
Well,
was gonna
yeah.
no, hang on, I won't say that.
Don't say it. It's fine.
Okay.
But you know, I have
It
nothing
just-
against transgender
Yeah,
people. You know,
yeah.
I'm completely fine with them. And you know, I will call them. You know, her if it's a her and a she, and if it's a she, or him if it's him. But
Didn't this pop up in the Olympics or something? Like some running.
oh
something? Didn't
yeah,
that pop up?
I think there was a runner who. What people thought? I think yeah, she was.
Thought she was a girl, but she didn't tell anyone.
That she used to
Had an
be a guy,
yeah.
yeah, and then she just obliterated the record or something, and then it came out afterwards.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty
It
sure.
was a couple of years ago. or
Yeah, it was a
something,
couple of
right?
years
Yeah.
ago. Well, the Olympics was already a couple of years ago, anyways. We're
Oh,
due
right.
for one soon. But
Yeah, some whatever.
yeah,
Good old Olympics.
yeah, man. It's,
Yeah, that's a tricky one, man. I think we should tread lightly on that too, because
yeah,
like
it's definitely a very tricky situation.
like I'm not like I said, I don't want to offend any transgender people or anything like that. Like, you do what you got to do, but like fuck, it's a bit rough when you see the aftermath.
the damage, yeah.
And
Like, you're already in a sport where you're getting damaged.
yeah,
And then if there is, you know, that advantage or disadvantage, you really have to consider how much risk you're putting these fighters into. It's
Yeah.
already a super high risk sport, right?
yeah,
And then now they're going to a whole new level. It's not like, yeah, it's just very tricky. Yeah.
yeah, very tricky, very very tricky situation. I think I'll stop talking about it because I'm gonna
Dig yourself into a
I'm
hole.
gonna dig myself into a
Yeah.
hole, like the ghost hunting thing.
Oh, man.
I dug myself so many holes. Terrible.
Well,
But
I think
yeah.
we've actually talked about quite a few things today.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with. I'm not really. I think I've put myself in it a lot this night.
Yeah,
Fucking
yeah.
secret
man.
side
You're
of
gonna get some
secretness.
shit for this,
I'm
but
probably gonna get some angry phone calls about you stole my fucking garden accessories.
I always knew it was you.
I always knew it was you bastard.
Yeah.
You ate at my house, you prick.
Yeah,
No jokes.
now
No, nothing
you're
like
you're giving it away.
No, nothing
Oh.
like that.
But but you know what? Let's
Should we wrap it up?
let's just wrap it up.
Hey, podcast. Thanks so much for listening, everybody.
Thank everyone. Thank you to everyone for the support so far and the
Yeah.
feedback that we've been getting. We're really enjoying doing this. We're hoping that you're enjoying listening and watching us.
If we offended you tonight, please
Just
message.
blame me, but like also
No, sorry. You can vent your
Yeah.
views on.
like just you know, put in the comments as to why you're offended.
Yeah,
and
keep it constructive.
Give us some feedback on your side of things of why you're offended, and we'll talk about it because it's a way to learn. It's just having that debate.
Yeah, that's all. That's all it is. No offense meant.
Yeah, no offense meant. Yeah. But yeah, I think we'll wrap this one up. It's a pretty decent podcast, I reckon, so far.
Yeah. Is it what do the kids say today? Hit a subscribe.
Oh yeah, subscribe to us. Like, comment, share.
I don't know.
All of that.
Apparently, I'm
stuff.
ancient.
Yeah, you're fucking ancient. And thanks again to everyone who's listening. This is the One Glove Podcast. I'm Zaff.
I'm Mona.
And
stay safe, everyone.
Ninja Stitch is being ninja and not here.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening again. One love. Always wear a glove.
Peace.
Peace.